for real. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you, how was the heading into the title fight, like in the build-up? I believe this was
BJ
their very
Penn.
first. I know, but I think it was their very first time in Abu Dhabi. At least it was one of the real early shows. How was your Abu Dhabi experience?
It was. This was the first time in Abu Dhabi. It was all. I had an amazing time. I went out there, for the press. I think the fight was in April. I think we went for press in February. It's a totally different world, man. I had to get a passport. I don't think I had a passport. I had to go get a passport. And yeah, it was Renzo Gracie was on the card, so that's why I was very special too. And
wow.
Renzo's like royalty out there, so got some cool experiences.
Cool.
Here's the thing.
Part of Team Renzo. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing with this. So BJ is kind of known for having some cardio issues. He brings in Marv Marjanovic to help him with cardio, and he finishes Diego Sanchez. I think he's finished him in the third round. Yeah, in the fifth round. He finished Diego Sanchez in the fifth round, which is like unheard of for BJ Penn. So you're looking at a guy coming in here that's like, one, he's a next level guy. And then two, he's got his cardio that's going to last him for 5 rounds. They really looked at you as just kind of like a little sampling for the Sheiks, and he was going to put on a show. What was it like? Like, was there head games going on with you going into this?
Not for me. I mean, I remember, nobody believed I could win. I mean, sometimes I think I was wondering if my coaches even thought I could win. And, I faked myself. I told myself I'm going to win, and you don't believe it when you first tell yourself, but the training camp I put in, the work I put in, I conned myself into thinking I'm going to win, and I went out there and I said, when I looked across BJ, I'm going to win this fucking fight. And, I was luckily able to do that.
I tell you what, too, like BJ Penn hadn't been taken down in 6 years. He went 5 rounds with Diego Sanchez, and he stuffed every single one of Sanchez's takedowns. I think when you got your second takedown, I think mentally, that water got deep for him. I think that's where it kind of freaked him out.
Yeah, definitely. I knew the takedown was going to be a big factor, and you get him down, that's big. And I mean that really rolled over to the second fight more so than even the first fight.
Here, Miguel, at one point, Matt Hughes has got BJ's leg up in the air with his foot pointed at his chin and couldn't take BJ Penn down. Frankie comes away with 2. And in between second and 3, you got your guy telling you, take it to the ground, and you decide to stuff BJ's takedowns instead of going to the ground and keep it on your feet. It was just a heroic performance.
Yeah, it was. I remember watching it with a production crew. There was 4 of us in the room because it was at a weird time because you guys were in Abu Dhabi. And the other 3 guys thought BJ won, and they did announce the winner. And I walked out of the room to get something. I said, that's real complicated. I don't think so, though. And I just walked out and I came back and they were like, oh, you were right. You were right. So you made me look very good. But how did you feel when the cards, before the cards were picked? Did you think he's their boy? Did that thought cross your mind?
It kind of was.
I kept telling myself I was being positive. I didn't want to be negative. And I think when they read 50, the first score, I don't know if I agree with it, but it was 45-50. And I'm like, fuck. I was like, I definitely won rounds. I was like, that has to be me. That has to be me. You know what I mean? I was like, I won rounds, but it has to be me. And it was. It was crazy. It was wild.